And for me, no can say what you are watching on the screen, you know, a year, an oil refinery. Uba Ghana ha ye will be you find TOR TEMA oil refinery. Now, information now be kind inside party say after so many years, no, this particular TEMA oil refinery, no, they are back. Obeka say under the previous administration, no. TEMA oil refinery, let's just say, Omatiada, his operations were seized because of a year sikasemne mismanagement. But then no can say no, Oma Babaka, or share a year screens no so or say official TEMA oil refinery resumes operation after years of inactivity. And many people are lauding His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for forcing to bring back an oil refinery. To say BBC at the end of the day, you say oil refinery, you know, it is a step for Ghana's oil independence. Now you really kakra, you could see in Sema, Minoka say, you know, it be so air can because Minoka say lawyer Edward Tamakulu or the Simbia Babe Tuja say, for Ghana, for Ghana's TEMA oil refinery, see resuming crude oil refining near the adenom. I was see a Pompis Kapa, acting CEO of National Petroleum Authority, Edward Tamakulu. Party say I was say Mahama administration or me invested over $200 million across all regions since they bit my revamp TEMA oil refining na said you start here and think that near really just a brief part of this we are in kutin some of the tuja where if you TEMA oil refining or say TOR, that is TEMA oil refinery. TEMA oil refinery resumes operations after years of inactivity. Also, the TEMA oil refinery is pleased to announce the successful resumption of crude oil refining operations after several years of inactivity, marking a historic milestone in the revitalization of Ghana's downstream petroleum sector. This achievement follows successful completion of a major turnaround mainstream TAM works on the crude distillation unit CDU executed within 3 months from 1st August 2025 to 30th October 2025. The maintenance works were undertaken in strict compliance with the international engineering, safety, and operational standards. Following the completion of the TEMA, the turnaround maintenance, that's TAM, the National Petroleum Authority conducted comprehensive regulatory inspections and confirmed TOR, that's TEMA oil refinery's full compliance with mandatory safety and operational requirements. Consequently, the NPA granted clearance for resumption of refining. For the resumption of refining activity. Based on part say after years of inactivity, you know, TEMA oil refinery, your margin say no, I was some back and you know. The omo babak no was some follow international rules. It is a oil refinery company obo follow sa rules ni nyina ama me no ka say no the National Petroleum Authority ma kwa check who say sa na mani nyina no it takes green, which means say dia omo check here no edana kwemu a omo betima resume ejuma eno tin sisi na am green light say TEMA oil refinery to resume work. Ultimately, you know, it's a step in making sure that Ghana industries, Kwame Nkrumah breast industries to see, you know, it will bounce back. But then TEMA oil refinery, in some way, of course, to the National Petroleum Authority, acting CEO Edward Tamakulu, or the same Tuja about the way forward for Ghana.
Policy related to such an effort to revamp an almost dead state enterprise. What do you know within government circles has been done at all?
Okay, so I think it's important that we appreciate the great vision by Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah to set up the TEMA oil refinery. And the thinking at that time was as much as possible to make Ghana self-reliant with very little or no reliance on foreign. At the core of this is also to show a certain level of energy security. Yeah. That has been the reasoning of the founding father of the country. We've done 360 degrees. We've gotten to the point where for 6 or more years, the refinery was basically down. If you recall, under Jerry Rawlings, the tail end of Jerry Rawlings, that was when the catalytic cracker and others were put in. to a bit modernize the operation of the refinery. Regrettably, we've not been able to live up to that expectation until the things we saw between 2000 and 2018 to 2024. I want to say this. My brother Edmond Combat and the board led by Honorable Billy Joe have demonstrated some, let me say, great thinking in getting the refinery back on its track. The reason why I say this is that, you see, usually with the kind of facility we have, if you look at the associated product or byproduct related to the refinery, that alone can help the country greatly. Based on what we've been doing with TOR, you have Central doing extremely well now, almost giving us 20% of the market over the past period. I strongly believe that if TEMA oil refinery is able to ramp up production to almost 45,000, barrels per stream per day, TOR and Central alone should be doing about 40% of the market. Wow. And that will be significant. That will greatly, project the country well. And one of the benefits, I strongly believe, is that once they get into that, it will also impact on pricing dynamics greatly, because then you'll be doing less exports. Now, the bigger advantage also is that if you are doing it here, the kind of forex you need to bring imported product, that pressure on the Ghana cedi will greatly also reduce. So the economics of it is greatly impactful. As you know, immediately we set up the gas infrastructure in the Tuabo, because we're getting LPG, and at a point it rose to almost 45% of market demand. It also reduced the downward pressure on the Ghana cedi. So at every material time, once we're able to do a few of these things locally, it projects the economy better. And I strongly believe that one of the things that we should all do is to encourage government to invest more in the operations of TEMA oil refinery. There are two things that we need to be looking at. One, the issues about safety. Two, the issues about sustainability. Now, to have these operations in a more sustainable manner would also require that government begins to invest in the industry. Whilst coming, I've been doing a bit of reading on it. And one of the things that I chanced upon is the fact that regardless of whatever we do, we also need investment in the region of almost $200 million.
$200 million?
Yes.
For a proper revamp?
Proper revamp of the refinery. And when you say revamp, there are certain key technical things or equipment that I think the refinery would need to bring it to international best practice. I had this document shared with me. I just want to reference it so that whatever it is that we do, even from the point of view of government of Ghana, we'll be mindful that we need to do those kind of investment ASAP. That will make the work of my brother Edmond Combat a bit more easier for him. I do not think that you need to just have a refinery that serves the Ghanaian market. You can also have a refinery that serves the market even beyond Ghana. But those ones also depends on standards. So one of the things that we are looking at is that we need to have the installation of a gasoline hydrotreating unit. Now, the whole idea is that once you do that, it will help you reduce the sulfur content level to a certain point that would be able to go into the European market, among others. You also need the installation of the diesel hydrotreating unit. We also need that. The installation of the isomerization unit, which will convert light gasoline into other products. So there are many things that I think, with the support of central government, TEMA Oil Refinery should be able to elevate the conversation to. And I'm very happy that today, in fact, when I saw the frame up there, I was excited. When my brother Combat gave the indication that he is going to ensure that the refinery gets on stream, I said, look, my brother, anything that you need from our end to get this done,
okay,
we are willing and able to get this thing done for you.
Okay.
And by the grace of the Almighty God, my brother Edmond Combat, the management and the board have been able to do such a yeoman's job.
Okay.
And I want to applaud him for it.
Let's come to a substantive issue which needs thorough discussion. Why was Toll left in the States between post-2016 up to this time? What should have been done, ideally, that will mirror what the vision of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was when he set up or had that vision that we need a refinery as a country within those people?
The true reason, the true reason, if I say it here, it will be controversial.
I don't understand.
The true reason, if I say it here, it will be controversial. And I think bottom line is a question of leadership response. What exactly is the vision of the president? If you recall, in the lead up to the 2024 election, President John Dramani Mahama made it abundantly clear when he met staff of TEMA Oil Refinery as part of the campaign that should Ghanaians give him the benefit of the refinery back on stream. And so bottom line is a question of leadership. What is the leadership?
Okay, so that is in Sema Edwardi, Tamakulu or the Tuja. Now, Yan Twaso, Nienko, in